1 1. Check 1 2 2. Roll. Like I've said before, like I've said a hundred times already, knee. Is that funny? Is that a funny still? Well, I got ranked number 310 out of over 600,000 or 6 million. There were 6 million videos and 600,000 channels, and I got a 3-digit number instead of hundreds, thousands channels. There was, you know, 310, which was me, and that was an overall ranking, and they really did try and pay me. So they made the company $500,000, 500,000, and I was this close. I was about $800, and more, with another $900 on second check expected towards my first $1,000 paycheck, and it was going to be a direct deposit, $1,000 to my bank account, and then the next week, if that 900 went up to 1,000, I would have gotten another $1,000. And eventually, they were supposed to pay me 1/4 of what the company made, so that would have been about $50,000. Is what was going to happen, and that's because of 2 pictures that led to another 5 pictures, and they're selfie pictures, and they're legal. Hey, I know you from the movies. Yeah, don't look at those anymore. For 10 years there was all sorts of, and they came in from the inner country to help the incumbent, imported, from old Mecca, and they said, and they were just trying to help, and they were under the impression, they were claiming, or whatever. And like, if I was a 15-minute closer to the subdoc, I'd look at, the old Longview Commons and think, oh, Muhammad's dope brothel. I'd be like, yeah. Well, no, wait. It's been a few years. It's been like maybe, close to a full presidential term. It hasn't been like that since like 6 months before the last 6 months of the Hussein regime. So, there was that, and as far as, it's just a story. We're getting close to Halloween. Yeah, but still, there's this whole other website that really did try and pay me a whole hell of a lot. And it's for these 2 pictures. Yeah. They'll led to another 5. Yeah. So it's like, well, if I measure, from like my pelvic bone, there's supposed to be a hole somewhere in there, the pelvic bone, yeah, to the dent before the knee, yeah. And it's like, I'm assuming it's like 14 and a half inches long when comfortable, and then and then but they were auto cropped. Eventually, X videos got pissed with X videos, and started firing employees and all sorts of stuff. We don't want you in between this, it's not about the angles, dude. It's about health. It's like knee. For me, is the dent before the knee. It's like if you're laying down and comfortable, it's not to the knee bone. It's about like an inch or a half an inch beforehand, like a quarter inch beforehand. And so they really won't let me go into that one on tubes. I'm not really sure if this one will stick around, But like duck eggs and 14 half inch, you know, like 14 and a half inch and a couple of grade D duck eggs, size D duck eggs. It's like that's when you're comfortable. It's yeah, for health. Does it stand? So I don't. Would you stop with the questions, sir? I'm on my way. I'm on my way. So you have like disproportionate, hands and feet. It's extra large hands with slender fingers. What are those? A size 12? Well, they're a size 14, but I can fit a size 12. Gosh darn, just dandy. Suppose. And we're not really losing. We're not really losing. Gattery or real here. So I'm gonna. Oh, the Austin Powers thing. Yeah, well, when I was growing up, and I think it was Bill Clinton was the president at that point, I was learning about Sweden and how it was founded around 980 AD. And it was a king and queen hierarchy with some vaguely communist structure to it. Like food is free, basic staples are free, toilet paper, paper towels, school, doctors, and things like that is free. As long as you don't take too much. If you're greedy, you're going to have to start to pay. So you walk to your local grocery store and you take what you need just as you always done, and you walk back to your house. And then the person behind the register is making sure you're not too greedy, as well as the cameras and all sorts of other technologically advanced. Yes, but knee. Okay, so is all right, the Austin Powers thing. Yeah. Well, you can get married when you're 8, is what I heard at Sweden. or something around about Sweden. When you're 8 years old, two 8-year-olds can marry each other. They can marry up to a 16-year-old. They can marry, and then when they're 10 or something closer to that, they can marry like a 35-year-old dude. Are you a senior citizen? You can't marry a child. Are you an old adult? Are you young enough? Do you look like it? Do you blend in? Because there's severe, very incredibly strict law, regulation about marriage first between a man and a child, or a woman and a child. Women can marry each other, children can marry each other. Can my daughter marry my mommy? Something like that yeah, of course, at any age, whatever age. But as far as if you're going for conception, is lighthearted. It's absolutely not lighthearted whatsoever. Very severe, very strict law and regulation. Very, very strict law and regulation. Oh, so you're Swedish, right? So you must be a pedophile. It's like, what? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'll take my belt off and kick down right into your chest, your front door. You say that again. Is like absolutely not. Now there was what we learned. It was similar to Ethiopia. It's like, wow, that's completely backwards, backwards, backwards. No, it was similar to like Hong Kong, China. It's like sort of. And then there was another really big place, and was it India? It's like very sort of similar. Yeah, but like I said, there was another very big place, and I guess we won't get to that one. And I guess another one, keeping the health administration at a 10-foot pole. I didn't take my pill today. I take it every other day. That's good. That's good. I'm on the low dose, which is, I'm kind of frothing at the mouth a little bit, but I'm not going to show that. 1.5 milligram Verler every other day, and I've been trying this for like a week or a week and a half ish, and it's going to last up until the end of the month, and then it'll be every 3 days, or maybe an as needed, or once a week, or somehow something similar. At some point, the professional medicinal administration got a little bit scared about me, possibly going into a cold turkey from Verler from the 3600 Risperidone, 12 milligram maximum dose. And for a couple of years, it was 12 milligram oral dissolved tab, one every 12 hours. And they were telling me it was 12 milligram. And at the same time, they said they wouldn't give me a booster. And they went ahead with a 30 milligram injectable administered once a week. And it was like that for maybe 3 years straight. And then I was able to take it on my own, one every 24 hours with the maximum dose. Heavy, high-tech, pharmaceutical, chemical, brand new medicine. Something to do with radiation, something to do with regrowing the brain and other things. And it was a good thing back then, but it's in the past. And so I'll go ahead and check out, and I won't take my pill. But the penis pump, yes. Is it for milking breasts? It's like, wow, you guys have no idea. Absolutely not. It's enlargement. And you can start when the age of 5 if you're looking to get married when you're at the age of 8. They make them in all sizes. And eventually, and it kind of hurts for a while. And it's not for semen extraction. It's for so you can be longer, bigger, more width, girth, or something like that. But then eventually you'd probably want to try and improve the testicles size to match the member size. And you don't just stick a vacuum on those to make them big. So taurine, yeah, it's with the whole Red Bull thing. What was that about? Well, there was Spain for a long while, there was Rome for a long while, and there was men eating other men's testicles for a long while. It's like, here, I'll just chop mine off and give them to you. Can someone sew this, please? And then goes, ooh, yep, nom 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 nom. And that makes the person that eats the testicles bigger. And so if they have taurine, and is it from like bulls that got spayed? Maybe if it says from Spain or anything Spain about it. They really might have actually organic Red Bull from bull balls out there somewhere. As far as taurine, yeah. Okay, so taurine's naturally secreted, similar to, well, you want to get high. It's like, yeah, I just slept 8 hours. I had a few dreams. That's a naturally secreted DMT that causes dreamscapes eventually in some way or somehow or in adrenaline, taurine. Not necessarily, but taurine is found in testicles, and then there's herbs or there's synthetic taurine somehow improve the size of your testicles. How many women out there are drinking Red Bull thinking extreme? Because, I mean, I think if you were born a female and you're not looking for a gender displacement or somehow transition to the opposite gender, perhaps maybe you shouldn't be drinking Red Bull at all if you're a girl. Not joking. It's chock full of testicles for improve your testicles. Not joking at all. But if you had about half of one, I think that's an extreme right there, you know. And you could put it on YouTube. It says, "Wow, is that a woman? Yep, and she's drinking a Red Bull." It's whoa. Can someone get her a trophy? Can someone get her? Is there a competition going on with that? So checking out at about 10:45. Said 2, 2, 2, 1.